If you work in operations, you know the feeling, right? That daily grind against software that feels like it was designed to make your job harder. We kind of shrug and call it good enough. But what if that good enough is actually costing your company millions? Let's talk about the hidden cost of all that friction.
Does this sound familiar? I bet it does. It's pretty much the unofficial motto in so many businesses when we talk about our software. It's this accepted fact of life, a collective sigh that the tools we rely on the most are the absolute worst to use.
And the pain is so specific, isn't it? We're talking about those clunky old-school ERPs. That one spreadsheet that started small and is now a terrifying monster that only one person understands. The constant phone calls and emails just to ask, hey, is it done yet? Oh, and spending weeks training new people on a system that seems to fight them every single step of the way. This isn't efficiency. It's a daily battle against our own tools. And that gets to the heart of the problem. We've had it completely backward for years. The whole time, the pressure has been on our people, on us, to change how we work just to fit into the rigid little boxes the software gives us. The software calls the shots when it should be the exact opposite. And that, right there, is the fundamental mistake we need to fix.
So, how did we end up here? Well, the problem isn't new. It's actually built on a really flawed idea that has been driving business software for decades. Let's dig into what we call the friction of legacy.
This slide just lays it out perfectly. On the left, you've got the old way of thinking. Hey, if your team just learns our complicated system, everything will be efficient. It puts all the work on your people. But on the right, you have the AI-first idea. Your software should learn and adapt to how you already work. It's a simple change in focus, but man, it changes absolutely everything.
And the fallout from that old assumption? It's severe. You get these rigid workflows that completely fall apart the second they meet the messy, unpredictable real world. You spend a fortune on training and certifications just to teach people how to think like a computer. And your managers? They turn into process police, chasing down forms instead of actually making the business better.
And there's a name for all this. We call it operational friction. It's all that extra complexity, the extra clicks, the workarounds, the double data entry that these old systems force on you. It looks like it's providing structure, but really, it's just drag. It's like sand in the gears of your entire operation, slowing everything down.
Now, this friction isn't just annoying. It is incredibly expensive. And the biggest cost isn't what you pay for the software license. Nope, it's the time your team wastes every single day just chasing down basic information because of all the blind spots these systems create.
Just think about a manager's day for a second. How much of their time is just spent trying to figure out what's going on? It starts with a super basic question like this.
And then the questions just keep piling up. You're trying to figure out if you're on schedule, but the system is hours, maybe even days out of date. So what do? You pick up the phone, you send a text, you walk around the shop floor.
Until you finally get to the single most important question you can ask. Who's stuck and how can I help? With old systems, you don't see a problem until it's already caused a huge delay. You're always playing catch-up, never getting ahead of things. Let's just be honest and call this what it is. This isn't managing, it's detective work. You're forcing your best leaders to waste their time piecing together clues that the software should just be telling them, instantly. And this isn't just some made-up number. We've seen that just by getting rid of this detective work and asset repair tracking alone, a company can save $9 million a year for every 1,000 assets it manages. $9 million. That is the mind-blowing cost of friction, and it shows you the incredible value of having real-time visibility.
So, the big question is, how do we fix this? And the answer isn't just adding a few bells and whistles to the old system. It requires a totally new foundation, one that's built from the ground up with AI at its very core.
You know, you see a lot of old software companies talking about their new AI features, but most of the time, that's just a Band-Aid. It's an AI model they've slapped on top of the same old broken workflow. An AI-first system is completely different. AI isn't some add-on, it's literally in the system's DNA. It's the engine that makes the whole thing work.
And the whole idea is actually pretty simple, but it's so powerful. Use AI to make people's jobs easier wherever you can. But, and this is key, without ever sacrificing safety, oversight, or accountability. The AI is there to get rid of the annoying stuff, not to replace human judgment when it really counts.
Okay, so that all sounds great, but what does this actually look like in the real world? How does an AI-first system actually make things better day to day?
Okay, picture a technician out in the field documenting a repair on their phone. Instead of the system just blindly accepting whatever they type, the AI is actively listening. If something doesn't make sense or a key detail is missing, the AI asks a clarifying question right then and there, in the moment. And boom, the report is done right the first time. All that endless back and forth, all that admin friction just vanishes.
And this is the beautiful part. You don't have to choose between going fast and being accurate anymore. With an AI-first system, accuracy isn't something you have to enforce with checklists and managers looking over your shoulder. It just happens, naturally, because the system is intelligently helping your team get it right.
You know, making this jump from clunky old tools to truly intelligent systems, it's more than just a simple tech upgrade. It is rapidly becoming one of the single biggest competitive advantages a business can have.
I mean, this slide just says it all. The gap between companies stuck in the past and those moving forward with AI is getting wider every single day. On one side, you've got slower decisions, higher risks, and burned-out employees. And on the other, real-time information, problems caught early, happy teams that stick around, and the ability to grow without drowning in paperwork. The choice is becoming pretty obvious.
So really, it all comes down to this. Bad software doesn't just crash and burn one day. It kills your business slowly, with 1,000 tiny paper cuts, a lost hour here, a missed opportunity there, all these little costs that just bleed you dry over time. The real question isn't if you should modernize anymore. It's how much more of this inefficiency you're willing to pay for, day in and day out.